I'm Amanda, and this is Kyle, and we are here tonight to tell you your opinion of Red.
Red is a DC comic. Neither of us are really big comic readers, but we found this out during the opening credits.
Although, we see basically every comic book movie out there, so...
Yeah, not because they're comic book movies, just because...
They're always genres that we like.
Yeah.
And so what this movie is about are some old CIA agents are brought back to work when they discover someone is trying to kill them.
Yeah, they're not really brought back to work so much as they notice while both they and their friends are being targeted for assassination, and so they naturally turn to each other for, I guess, help and support, and so, yeah.
Yeah, so I think we had a mini discussion on the way back from the movies, and I think that how we would rate this movie is we would give it a meh. While it was, okay, the previews make it look very cute and very funny, and I don't think it's very cute and very funny. It's just kind of medium. Like, I think if you saw it on TV, you would watch it, but the storyline, the previews are basically the storyline really drawn out. And I know it's silly to like base a movie on some previews, but the previews show that Helen Mirren is in it, Bruce Willis, Morgan Freeman, and John Malkovich, and it takes almost the entire movie to introduce those characters.
Yeah, and the other thing is that a lot of the main characters aren't really putting a lot into it. I think Bruce Willis and Morgan Freeman are the two biggest culprits here. They look like they're just sort of sleepwalking through it and are viewing it more or less as more just like a paycheck instead of really putting any effort into it. It looks like Helen Mirren's having a little bit of fun. Richard Dreyfuss shows up as a sort of a villain who turns out to be the villain in the end. And he looks like he's having a good time, but the rest of them are just sort of kind of sleepwalking through it. And for me, that kind of detracted from it because, like Amanda said, the story's not great. So while they have the ability to carry the movie off, they did not. No,
the movie is sort of like pitched as Space Cowboys or what's that movie with all the old guys with the motorcycles?
Wild Hogs, but
Wild Hogs. It's supposed to be like old people doing young people things, and it actually isn't. The people that they pick aren't really like truly old people, and so like Helen Mirren looks actually pretty cool with the machine gun. Like, it doesn't look like, and they're old people jokes that are supposed to be like, oh, they're funny, aren't like Maylocks jokes. They're like just them saying over and over again, "You're old." Like in the previews, there's a scene where John Malkovich goes, "Old my ass," and I think that's supposed to be. It comes across as supposed to be a funny scene in the previews, and it's not funny. It doesn't translate funny at all because that's like the 5th time someone has called them old.
Right, but again, I guess this is where we disagree. Is I don't really think that was the gist of the movie. I think they're all obviously retired CIA agents, but it wasn't like old people can do fun stuff too. It just happened to be these guys were retired. Bruce Willis isn't all that old and doesn't really look all that old, and other than the fact that John Malkovich has a little gray hair, looks pretty spry.
They're supposed to be old. They're constantly saying, "Remember the days," and Morgan Freeman's character is supposed to be 80.
Right. But however, it's not really I guess what I'm saying is this doesn't seem to be the main focus of the movie. It's supposed to be the same old deal with action movies. The CIA's evil and the government's bad, and these guys are sticking up and exposing it a whole bit. But I think that's just I guess my opinion was that it was a secondary issue.
Who should see this movie? I can think of 2 people, or 4 people. My grandma and grandpa and my mom and dad. My grandma and grandpa will like it because they'll think it's clever.
Yeah.
And my mom and dad, I think my mom will like it for, what's his name? Something Urban. The hot guy.
Carl Urban.
Yeah, Carl Urban, who was in like The Lord of the Rings and Star Trek. And my dad will like it because, what's her name?
Mary Louise Parker.
Yeah, Mary Louise Parker is in it. It's sort of like this ditzy girlfriend who doesn't really need to be there. But, Dad, you should see it. She's in the whole movie.
Or just watch a season of Weeds and get your Mary Louise fix.
Yeah, you don't need to see this movie in the theaters. You can definitely wait for it to be on television when you're drunk one night.
It's 2 hours long and it feels a lot longer.
It's like 1,000 hours. At one point, watching it, it was 9:15 and we had gotten there at 7:45 or something. I was like, oh my god.
So we were at 7:15, but yeah, it felt really long.
So, that's all. Anything else?
I don't even really want to talk about it, so.
Cut.